Hey everyone, it's Trace. Real quick before we get started, I wanted to say a couple of things, about this episode. For some reason, there was bad audio quality that didn't show up when we were doing a test recording, but is showing up in the final recording. And I just wanted to go ahead and warn everyone at the front of this episode that since we have a guest, it's going to be a little long. Other than that, next week, everything will be back to normal. It should sound a lot better. Just wanted to let you guys know that this isn't up to our typical standard. So enjoy. Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And I'm Cameron.
We're the Three Musketeers, and this is from our perspective.
We did tell him that.
I waited till that first second that I got, man.
Alright. Very special episode.
Keep on eating on this pizza.
Very special episode. Yeah, let the grown men talk.
I'm telling you right now.
One rule. I gave you one rule, you son of a bitch. This is a very special episode. We have another guest, another good friend of ours, Cameron Myers, another friend from school that I went to school with and that met Sam kind of vicariously through me.
Because I have apparently no friends my age.
Because any friend Sam has to be like...
He was trying to do that people thing where he knew people and it didn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Sam doesn't know anyone. He looks in the mirror sometimes and he says...
Before this, I was going to give an example.
Yeah.
And I looked at you and I said, say hi, I'm Trace. And I looked at him and I said,
what's your name?
What's your name?
Who are you?
I feel very attacked right now.
That's fine.
Attacking? That hasn't begun. I'll tell you a second.
So when we have a guest, we typically like to let them bring a topic to the table. But since my good friend Cameron doesn't like to actually listen to the podcast, he just wanted to be on it.
I listen sometimes, man.
If you would have listened to last week's episode, you would have known. Cameron wanted to
every single episode.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's water under the bridge.
Okay.
Water under the bridge.
Okay.
Cameron wanted to talk about the big raid on Area 51 that's going down.
Well, not necessarily the raid. He kind of just wanted to talk about...
I guess
theories.
I
had a specific...
Which was our first episode. Conspiracy theories.
I mean, we could have a redo.
Hey, look. We are revising.
We're revising. All right.
No, that's going over something again. We're...
Editing.
Revamping.
I don't know.
Revisiting.
Revisiting.
That's a good
something
with...
we're revisiting... We're revisiting for part of it. We're going to revisit conspiracy theories, I guess, specifically about Area 51.
We'll see. We'll see how long that goes.
I can get down on conspiracy theories.
If not...
So, Cameron has a very specific theory about Area...
I'm sorry, what's that?
Cameron...
just dramatically removed his sunglasses.
Cameron has a very specific theory about Area 51 and the raid on it. Do not chew ice into the microphone, Cameron.
I bit once.
I gave you a couple of rules.
I'm done. I'm seriously done. I promise you.
So I'm going to let you go ahead and explain your theory. I'm just going to listen. I'm not going to talk. This is all you. All right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying... We all saw Stranger Things 3.
Yes.
They had Russians in them.
Yeah.
Now, it's a misconception that people think that the Russians just ended after the 80s, but that's completely untrue.
It's true. I do think that the Russians are still
you
a thing.
can still
I also think that's true.
I think Russia is still around.
You can still go to a local forest in Russia and see a bear alongside Putin whilst either vice versa, vicariously riding the other.
There are a lot of Putins.
And look, look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I'm trying to get out here is that I think that the Russians are plotting against us, and it's a genius idea. I mean, it's literally. I don't know how I thought of it.
There was actually when Fox News.
They would do this. Don't interrupt me.
I'm trying to give you validity.
No. I'm not through on discussing what this is.
Keep going.
Listen. Linda, baby, honey, Linda, listen. Okay.
How easy is it for you to make him mad?
It's just like that. Like
very
it's just,
easy.
I mean, like it's like as quick as drama people are to snap over something they like.
Finger snaps.
Literally, fucking breakfast in the morning.
Keep going.
Anyways, Russians.
Russia.
Oh yeah, right. The Russians are all the people that are going to show up there are going to be Russians, obviously, but they're undercover, and people will think that they're just dumb, idiotic people who showed up for the meme.
Are they going to
Naruto
it's the
run? Best way. Fucking let me finish.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are the Russians going to Naruto run like their plan was?
No. Naruto. Naruto
I can
run.
tell you've never watched an anime before.
An anime?
Emne.
Keep going. We can't talk whenever he's talking. We will derail the whole thing.
I'm telling you, it'll happen.
Keep going.
Anyways,
Okay. They're there. The Russians are there.
Russians are there.
the Russians always. Goddamn, my bedroom. I tell you, my closet. Look, the Russians. Look, people think that it is so idiotic, but that's because they're taking the full thing of what we have today of thinking about how idiotic these things are with memes and plots.
So you
and
think
this,
it's
and the other.
like reverse psychology?
Exactly. They're using it against us, using something that they have found out in American, culture is just so freaking ridiculous and absurd that they're using the absurdity of it to undergo an undercover covert Area 51 raid and or plan against it.
So you think that a decent portion of the 1 million people who have said that they're going to raid
Is it 1
area,
million?
It's 1 million now.
Wow. Wait, going or just say going. Maybe you're not going?
Interested, it's around like
No shit.
1.5 million probably. I haven't
lot.
checked on.
No shit.
It's probably higher than that.
1 million have said they're going.
Holy shit.
Are
Yeah,
1 million
okay.
people going to show up? No.
About 10 of them are Russian.
But
Yeah. So how many? I guess give me
Think about
your
it.
gauge. How many?
Think if-
What's the percentage of
if
Russians?
50,000 fucking Russians, if not even
Okay, here's. I'm going to play devil's advocate for you.
How'd they get here?
How are 50,000 Russian spies going to sneak into America?
They're already here, man.
Are we going to have a second McCarthy trial?
We're starting it right now.
We're starting it. Hollywood's.
I have a list. I
have a
list of 500,000 Russian spies.
500,000 Hollywood
I have
communists.
on Facebook a list of 1.5 million Russians.
All of them.
All of them.
Don't at me.
So I'm gonna give you some.
Don't at me.
I'm gonna give you.
Don't give me criticism. I can't take that today.
I'm gonna give you a theory. I mean, I guess a little bit of validity.
Still 5,000, 10,000.
That's a fair point. I guess I could see that. That's.
What if they're terrorists that's going to show up? What if they're planning on terrorists showing up there?
Here's my thing, is okay. I mean, I guess, but
I mean, that's a lot of ground for a suicide bomber to make. But
But it's like, okay,
that'd be a lot of work.
they're still pumping up their security, even though it is a joke.
exactly. You think that? I mean, they could have been working on this thing for years and years. I mean, fucking a while.
A while.
A while.
You know,
Yeah.
the nebulous
But-
while.
Yeah.
A while.
A while.
What's the Wookiee thing? What's he do?
Chewbacca?
You know.
Yeah,
He's a Wookiee.
Yeah, the fucking hairy prick. Look, I'm trying to think of the thing that is. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I can't. I actually can't do that.
Hey, but let's be
can't?
two.
You
Let's
can't?
be two
I
Wookiees.
can't Wookiee.
Not having sex because we can't say that. Having intercourse. Ready? Go.
I'm actually a little turned on.
I don't know what that says about me. Russian.
Anyway.
Russian. Sorry.
What else?
Hey, what I'm saying, Wookiees getting it on the Russians. That will merge and coming together.
No.
It.
No.
So you think that? So now it's come out. Cameron actually thinks that Wookiees are real.
Or is it that he
What the
thinks...
fuck do you think fucking Saskatchewan is?
Sasquatch.
Okay, first off, hold the phone. Saskatchewan? That's Canada.
That's a province in Canada.
Not Russia. B, Wookiees aren't real.
What do you think Saskatchewan is?
Bitch. Don't you kill my
Could have
vibe.
said Bigfoot.
British Columbia. You know, with the Wookiees.
What do you think Ottawa is?
Look,
It's full of otters.
you have big feet. The name Bigfoot is just stupid.
Are you saying that That I'm Bigfoot?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I mean, you
What size
probably.
shoe do you wear?
Like a 15.
I don't know how to
16.
sell. I don't
Bigfoot.
know how to say this in the correct way.
You found me out.
What's saying the correct way of somebody is well endowed?
You know what they say about guys with big feet? Big shoes.
Big socks.
You're massively hung.
Big.
Oh, like a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Oh yeah.
The characteristics are.
They're right there.
Between what? Oh,
He nays.
A big.
He nays. Hey.
okay.
Or, let's continue.
Area 51.
Area 51. Rush.
What is that
Dude,
noise?
what?
I think it's.
The water. The
See,
ice.
Rush. Oh, I have a great story real quick. It's just real quick. This is
We're never
it's
gonna
a
get
shout
this.
out to an
It's
amazing
fun.
person named Mike King. Mike King, not Mike King, but
Mike King.
I mean,
It's
he
like
is
Mike-
Mike King.
it's like
He's
Mike
Mike
Hawk.
King
Bend over.
of AKU.
Peter B. Dragon.
He's
Mr.
like,
Dover.
he's like
Bend over
70
to his
something
friends.
maybe. He's kind of an older dude, talks really quietly, and he's at the front of the class and no one can ever hear him. But it makes everybody listen, and he's really good at his job, and he's a really cool guy, and this and the other.
Oh, is he a
Everybody loves
professor?
him. Yeah, he's a professor.
Okay, you
And-
said
and
like
actor.
at the front of the class. Like I thought you meant like there was
Like
a
in the
70-year-old
front seat.
class.
He's like, huh? Come
I
again?
did get one in my financial class, but he didn't make it.
He died.
No, I just didn't see him at one day, and then he stopped coming.
And he died.
Well, I mean, he might have.
Who
Okay,
knows?
well, let's hope
All right,
not.
continue.
I
I'm sorry.
felt bad. I like.
Yeah,
I liked
what
him.
about
And then
Mike
Kevin-
King?
What about Mike King?
Mike King
Michael
was
King.
going down. It was like the beginning. It's a course for freshmen,
Uh-huh.
all the theater freshmen. And he was just kind of walking downstairs. It was like one of the first classes, this and that and the other. And he's walking down the stairs, and he doesn't trip. I mean, he just kind of like, just.
He falls right on
He
his
just goes,
face.
"Bam!" No, I'm just kidding. On his face. No, he just kind of like goes, just kind of stumbles down the stairs a little bit there. And he goes,
okay.
Russians.
That's good.
And he
That's
goes,
good.
he goes, always after me. And then he keeps on walking down the steps and just goes to the front of the class. Like,
There's
excellent.
there's one Russian dude just sitting like with a
there, and he's
surveillance
like- he's like-
surveillance camera, presses a button and
let's go,
He kind of like lifts the floor a little.
The stair he presses a button, the stair elevates a little
yeah.
bit and he trips and he's like,
Yeah.
those fucking Russians, they're always on my trip.
I know you're
Area
there.
51.
Area 51 in Russia.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add to your
You were
conspiracy?
concerned this wouldn't take up the whole time. I am fairly certain we will take up the whole time with this.
No,
Area
we won't.
51.
Area 51.
Do you have anything else to add to that theory? I'll take that as a no.
What about the Kyles and all that?
What?
The Kyles and the Chads and the
Yeah.
and the
What
Karens.
the fuck are you talking about?
It's a meme. This whole thing is a meme.
It's a May.
It is a meme.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Your theory. Anything else to add?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they should watch out because if they do Naruto run,
They can outrun the bullets. I hope you know if they Naruto run.
they are going to die
Exactly.
so fucking hard. Like
You're
they
like-
think that
I think,
I
honestly-
love the memes where it says the Area 51 the Area 51 guard doing something about the people there, and it's like, do you think that's who they're going to be using against you for an Area 51?
No,
I mean, now
this
this
is
shit's
the
theory.
exact-
Hold on, whoa,
you know that
whoa.
they're treating it like.
Oh, I know. I saw it on the news.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Are you suggesting that they're going to send the aliens after the people? Is that what you're suggesting?
They
right now?
already have them
They're just
there.
going to
It's
let them out?
It's a xenomorph.
They already have. So I knew it. I did.
Dude, if Predator walked out,
Fuck.
imagine a garage door opening and Predator walks out, does like the
Like a bunch
The
of
new
them.
one, like the new one, the even bigger one, like the
does
badass
like the clicking noise that they
He,
did.
he does like the
and he
the,
like
it does-
starts hook shotting people.
He does
Yeah, he does that.
Chewbacca walks out.
Chewbacca's there.
Chewbacca's there. I would
Literally,
be
maybe.
literally, a younger Han Solo. I mean, a younger Harrison Ford.
technically he is
Like he
technically.
was cloned.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Area
exactly.
51.
That'd be the clone person.
I mean, Han Solo technically is alien, so that would be.
That's true.
That would be.
Well,
That,
we
that
got
would
to
be
see
it.
it
yeah,
from a
I
galaxy
mean,
far,
wouldn't
far away.
you use that if you had it there?
Aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah.
That's true.
No,
Why?
because then you're letting them see.
Oh well, they'll never test you
You
again.
just-
They will never test you
This
again
is-
after they see a video of a xenomorph eat a person. Nobody's ever gonna question the U.S. government again.
This
You can see a
is.
movie.
This is my.
What did the movie looks like? It looks just like it.
This is my thing.
I have seen-
I hope a lot of people show up and I hope they all get mowed down because this country could really use a good thinning. Especially of idiots like that.
I noticed that where it was like, oh yeah, it's a plot by the government for population concern.
That's another thing.
I was like,
Is that another conspiracy?
Yeah, that's an actual conspiracy.
God.
And I was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Only like 1 million though.
Well, I mean, look at it.
I would hope that they'd want to clear out a few.
Okay.
If they're like, we have too many people, and they're just like 1 million.
How many is here? What, 400 something million? Almost 500?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're like only like. How many people in Kentucky?
We look at Kentucky, and not even just Kentucky, but fucking America, as being like so big and so many people. We're not that much compared to like everyone else.
Yeah, comparatively, we're not. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so you're basically saying that it is a Russian conspiracy.
Yeah.
To Red Dawn style. If you slurp that Pepsi like that again.
Population of Kentucky is 4.4 million.
See? It's not even 5. I know it was
a little louder so they can hear you.
He said that it's not even in the 5 millions, the Kentucky population.
I'd like to point out he is actually getting
getting more Beppies.
I don't know.
So Cameron's theory is that the Russians have started a Facebook event to Red Dawn style invade America.
I mean, they might just hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah, some other guy, and they're like, this is a great opportunity.
You know that the news interviewed the guy who started it, and they had him Naruto run.
Oh,
did he do good?
I saw that.
No, he didn't. He couldn't run in a straight line.
It sucked. What? Did you see the grouping of people who did it?
No.
They showed like a whole grouping of people, like
it was
preparing
like a training
in a park one day.
You know those videos?
How did they catch him on video?
You know those videos?
They're so fast.
You know those videos that ISIS put out that was like, this is our training, and it was like them on like a jungle gym? They gave me that vibe. Anyway, so that's your theory. Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting theory. That's better than like...
I think it's a scary theory.
I don't think it's true.
Why not?
Because that just seems like not worth the hassle, and I think...
Why?
Because 50,000
Alien
Russian...
tech, man.
50,000 Russians would get gunned down.
Okay.
Because there's no way they could be able to... Whatever.
What are you talking about?
You never said they had to get in.
I guess not.
Then what's the point?
We just want to... We
just want to kill 500,000 of our own people. We're sending all the jerks.
Like something to be about.
That's very Stalin.
Perfect.
Anyway.
He seems like he's Stalin.
Didn't you want to talk about a movie?
I did go see the new Lion King.
Dude, don't you mention my
I'm not gonna
my main man Mufasa.
I'm not gonna spoil the movie. The live action remake of The Lion King came out today, the day we're recording.
Does Mufasa make it?
Mufasa sadly does not.
He does not fall through.
That's not what you said earlier.
I said he's alive at one point,
and then at another point in the movie, he's
also alive, which
like
is
3 seconds later.
Why would you mislead me like that?
That's not misleading. That's the truth.
That's 110,000% misleading.
It might be misleading, but it is the truth.
I recently also went and saw the Aladdin live action version.
How was it?
I have this feeling about both of these movies that it just makes me want to watch the originals. It's like a full length commercial for the original movies because they're so good.
Yeah, that's what Disney's trying to do.
I mean,
because sales would go up on either end. I mean, they're obviously going to go see the movie, and they're also going to want to get the old shit.
Honestly, if I will say the guy who plays Scar was really good. Like he was very good. He was menacing.
He's the bad guy, and Doctor Strange. Well, at the very, very end, he switched it over. He changed
Baron Zemo, I think was his name.
Is he better than Jeremy Irons?
No one can beat Jeremy Irons as Scar.
How was Childish Gambino in that? Well, not Childish Gambino.
Donald Glover and Beyonce singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" was actually one of the best parts of that movie.
I cannot imagine.
See, I listened to it and I didn't like it that much.
Really?
There's a part in the original where the whole chorus joins in, and that wasn't in there because
That's
Beyonce
true.
ain't gonna let her voice get covered up.
So got the chorus?
I like
the guy in the original.
The guy who plays Simba, Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino, is like one of my favorite creators. Mm-hmm. He's one of my favorite musical artists, one of my favorite actors, directors.
He's in Star Wars.
I didn't like him in Star Wars.
I never saw. I mean, I think he's good
I
in
didn't
other
really like that
things.
movie, so
No one did. It was okay.
No one likes any of them.
nobody likes Star Wars.
I
anymore.
feel
Who
so bad
likes
for
Star
Star Wars
Wars?
fans because like everyone's looking at them being like,
Are you serious?
yeah, look at me, please.
are you actually like is this a shit that you're?
I don't approve.
Here's my thing: is
About what?
you know, I'll get to it in a second. I'll derail the whole thing.
See,
So I like Donald Glover.
Okay.
I think Beyonce's a good singer. I mean, I don't actively listen to her. But Hakuna Matata, you know how in the first one, because in the original Matthew Broderick plays older Simba, when they're singing it, and the first time you meet older Simba, and he's like, and he starts singing the song. When Donald Glover sang that bit, I was like, oh. I legitimately got chills.
But what about that part where Seth Rogen sings?
See,
Seth Rogen sounds like Kermit the Frog singing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then he can't.
really?
He can't.
How is Timon? I saw the video of Timon and Pumbaa together.
They're not.
He's no Nathan Lane.
He's not Nathan Lane.
He just doesn't do like. He seemed like
there
a
were
song.
There were some part. It like I said, like the Simba Nala relationship was good. The Scar was good. I mean, they got. I cannot think of his name. Mufasa.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. They got
Star
him
Wars.
back.
Got him back, yeah.
They got him back. So of course that was good. Also, I wanted to talk about
That's not
this.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
No, are you serious?
I wanted to talk about this. I had
Samuel Jackson should be
I
there.
had probably the worst movie experience ever watching that film.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
Lion King.
So I didn't go. There's like one movie theater that like everyone goes to now in this area. Escape.
Yeah,
You go to like
I
Tinseltown.
still go to Tinseltown because.
But that's a good experience. Like it's still a good
Tinseltown's
theater.
okay.
It's a good theater.
But
Yeah,
there's another theater.
I
I'm
went
thinking
to.
of, I just can't remember.
I went to the one on Preston Highway. All the viewers know it. But it's out. I used to live out by there, and that used to be like the one that we would go to.
Oh, you just lived on the Old Town Road.
Don't you dare! I used to live in. My dad used to live in Oklahoma.
he used to live in Oklahoma.
Wait, let's go. Sleeping down the plains. It's just it's just that location. It's a location. It's a location.
Location.
Stop. Let him finish.
It's a location that
Because he's just gonna repeat.
that movie theater used to be like the one to go to, and now because of theaters like Escape and the theaters with the reclining seats and the like wonderful sound systems and these huge like
Where it doesn't even feel like I'm in a theater. I'm like in like a pod.
You sound like Nancy Drew.
what?
That makes no sense.
So they tried to redo it. So
I'll explain later.
I went. I don't remember like what that specific theater was called, but it was like their extreme theater. It was like the big one with the best seats.
Oh my god! I know what you're talking about.
Our recliners did not work,
Okay.
which was horrible.
That does sound bad.
Because I know some of them kind of sit like
They're kind
awkwardly
of sitting
up and
forward.
stuff. Yeah.
So if you
But they
not
did.
really- not
But
really
they
forward,
did.
but
They
just
didn't
like-
recline at all, and we thought.
Could you move?
No, they tied me down.
You're like
Clockwork Orange style. They made me watch
they
the movie.
put you down.
and then we gave him the old in and out. You see?
He's describing the worst movie going experience, not the best one.
Oh,
Sorry.
my bad.
Clockwork Orange was actually a good
Also,
movie.
that.
Also,
Remember that time we went to the movies with my dad and we walked in to the end of Clockwork Orange and it was
No.
very confusing?
we
I
talked
do
about
not
this
remember.
before. We've
Oh, we
talked
have?
about this before.
Okay.
We've talked about this
Then
before.
we're just going to
really?
hit that and move on.
Oh god. So our recliners didn't work.
Yes.
And it was a kids movie.
Were there children?
There were children, and they were loud and annoying, and I hate children. So the trailers, there are a bunch of trailers. All of them looked absolutely horrible.
Really?
Like I went and saw Toy Story 4 recently, and all the trailers in that one looked like decent, but
What were some of the names of these movies?
Frozen 2, that one doesn't look horrible.
I need to tell you about that. I saw that trailer like a while ago. It's very bizarre because the beach looks so real,
It's
and she
crazy.
looks like a cartoon, and it's very weird to
It's
see her
odd.
interact
It's
with that.
With the sand and all.
But literally, as soon as I'm gonna back up so I can give you all the atmospheric.
Okay.
As soon as
Trace didn't actually back up. By the way.
as soon as Frozen 2, like the trailer started, like it was like this black screen, and you hear the waves and the beach. And
Here, we're gonna help.
you see Elsa on the screen, and literally from like the very front, you just hear a little girl. You hear a little girl go, Elsa! And I was like, you dumb bitch. I wanted to throw something at that child.
Why not
It was also in 3D, which I haven't seen a 3D movie in forever.
hate
And let
3D.
me say,
King's in 3D.
Don't watch 3D movies. I'm glad that fad fell
Yeah,
off.
I'm so happy because I hate it.
3D movies suck.
Because what happens is you get used to it during the previews, so you don't even get to experience the movie.
No. I saw the last one I saw that was in 3D. Sorry.
Yeah,
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
good movie. That's a good movie.
Cut you
Never
never
seen
stand, boy.
going.
The last 3D movie I saw was one of the Star Trek movies. I can't remember which one it was.
Into Darkness. Beyond.
I don't know, man.
Um,
Anyways, it was one with the one white chick in it. She did the shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't follow actually.
There was that one dude who got, all angry and stuff.
Spock.
Nah, black dude.
Kant?
He plays the evil antagonist in the new Hobbs and Shaw.
Idris Elba?
He was the bad guy in it.
I've never
I
seen
haven't
a
seen
Star
that
Trek
one, no.
movie.
Really? Okay, so that
I only
I'm
saw
pretty
the first
sure.
one and the second one.
I'm pretty
didn't see
sure
it,
that
no.
was the one that
It was
I
probably
saw.
the third one then.
Yeah,
that we saw.
it might have been. That was the one that I saw.
He also could be lying.
No, I'm not.
Anyway.
and it was good, and I
Oh,
thoroughly
and it was in
enjoyed
3D.
it.
I forgot how we got onto this.
It was in 3D, and it was good.
There were a lot of mixed reviews about
But-
those movies.
But I knew that it would be about the last one I'd really want to go see because, like that way, because I was like, okay, I've enjoyed this. It was nice, but I just know how 3D movies are. They're usually not that enjoyable. We had to get these tickets, and I was pissed off about it anyway with my ex-girlfriend at the time. And then we went and saw it. I think that was my XX.
Her XX.
No, not like first. You know what I mean. But I mean, like it was a chick you didn't even know. Actually, no, she might have been like my XXXX.
Okay,
Well,
and that matters why?
How many X's is that?
We have 4.
Can I get back to The Lion King and how it was probably the worst viewing
Okay, yeah.
experience of...
So a little girl yells Elsa.
I hated
Some
that.
dumb bitch.
Every other trailer just blew. It was
what?
like...
I want to know names.
One of them
me
was
too.
called Don't or Play with Fire. It was a Nickelodeon movie starring John Cena,
Ew.
Keegan-Michael Key,
Oh no.
but not
know.
Jordan Peele.
He's out.
Nowhere to be seen.
How's Keegan-Michael Key been in the movie? How are the hyenas? Because I thought.
Oh, yeah, he was.
I thought that looked like a good cast list of the hyenas.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
So it's the movie theaters now. They're trying to do like this great surround sound system, and most of them successfully do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it works. Like something will be back here, and you can hear it back here, and it like will
I
move
never
around you.
noticed. I'm just gonna be honest.
I enjoy it.
This one, it was like a surround sound system in a house. So it was literally amps all over, and I was in the very back.
Oh god.
And the music was so loud that most of the time I could not actually hear the dialogue.
Are you serious?
If that were
That's interesting.
if that would have been a movie that I hadn't seen before and didn't know the story, I would probably left not knowing what was happening.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it
That's
was
weird.
That's
actually
wild.
horrible.
So-
like anytime Rafiki came on, I had no idea what he said. Most of the
Is
time,
there music with him?
yeah, like background music.
Okay.
For
But it was so
flying
loud.
shit?
And then sometimes like in the hyena chase scene where they're chasing them through
Oh,
the
yeah.
elephant graveyard,
They shout little stuff at each other.
it would like shift, like the camera perspective would shift, and when it shifted and the hyenas were behind you, you would hear the hyenas behind you, but it was like halfway through a bark, so you would just hear but it was so loud it was scary. So the surround sound system was just god awful. Like you would have had to been in the very middle to enjoy the surround sound.
That sucks.
And you couldn't, like, the songs. Lion King, I've said this before. It's definitely not one of my favorite Disney movies. To me, it's a little overrated. But the songs,
I love Hercules.
are wonderful.
I love Hercules too. That's
Hercules
kind of
is
an unappreciated one, I feel like.
I want Hercules to be a Broadway play so bad.
That'd be fun.
I think they're doing a live. I was telling you about it. I think they're doing a live action Hercules. Like, they've got it in the works. They're planning for Jeff Goldblum to be Hades.
Beautiful. I love it, right?
I think they're gonna try to get Danny DeVito back.
It has to be Danny DeVito.
And
Gotta get Danny.
They might get. I think they're trying to get Chris Pratt as Hercules.
No.
You don't think so?
No, Chris Pratt. Okay, look, I like Chris Pratt, but I like Chris Pratt and this and the other, but like when he was in the Magnificent Seven, it just blew so hard, and I was like, he does not belong here.
I agree that he doesn't play like the leading man very well. But
And I love him as when he's in Guardians of the Galaxy because he just is that person, and he plays it so great in this and the other.
It's a comedic movie, really.
Exactly, but I don't know. I
understand your concerns.
Yeah.
Plus, you think he can sing?
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, if he can,
have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
Hey, look,
to be fair,
Bye,
the old Disney
Sebastian.
movies, they had a lot of the people, they didn't sing their own songs.
That's
Like Jeremy Irons did not sing for Scar.
fair,
but
it is better when the person sings.
it is.
You're
better.
right.
yeah. I just think it would be so strange because I think there's so many different like players that they would have that would be way better.
Who would you cast as Hercules?
That's hard to say. I don't know. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
Danny
don't know that
DeVito,
because you have to
probably.
think about somebody that
Tommy Lee Jones, probably.
I'm just gonna say I would.
Samuel Jackson is not Hercules.
I would actually love
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
I'm
Definitely
like
Joe
in
Pesci.
love with the Jeff Goldblum as Hades.
I don't know if I'm in love with it,
love
but
Jeff Goldblum and
I'm
everything,
certainly enjoying it. It's just because he's getting to be so much stranger as he gets
such an
older.
odd
I watched.
person.
And I love
Have you
it.
ever seen Hot Ones? It's like the YouTube thing where they interview while eating hot wings.
Yes, I love that.
Jeff Goldblum was on it, and
serious?
I was terrified because he's so like
pretty
strange.
Isn't he?
He is freaky.
He's like, hey.
No.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, you what?
He's like a musician now, too.
Did he break his brain with drugs? Is that what happened?
I think it's what happened. I seriously think that he is on. I don't know if he's on acid all
Why
the
are
time.
you whispering? He's not here.
I don't know if he's on
If
it.
you're thinking that he can't,
He's coming. He's coming.
Pizza time.
Shut it down.
Jeff, please.
It's not what
don't
it
hit
is.
Jeff.
He's choking out.
No, me, Jeff, me. No, me, Jeff, me, please.
And then he
Honestly,
chokes out you with the other hand.
If
and
Jeff
Goldblum choked you.
If Jeff
honestly,
Goldblum
if
choked
Jeff-
me out, I'd have to give him the rest of my tips from the night. I mean, it'd just be instantly $47. Here you go, bitch. I love you. But I'm curious to see how much of comedic factor he can implement into it instead of just
Did you
being
see Thor
strange.
Ragnarok?
Did you see Thor Ragnarok?
I did, which I thought he did a great job at.
Yeah.
But Hades
But-
has a different type of vibe. to
That
him.
is definitely different.
Hades has more of like. I mean, I get that.
That is definitely because James Woods was absolutely wonderful. as
I
him.
Yes.
did love that.
He was like probably
he was
honestly
conspiring.
my favorite part of Hercules. Like Danny DeVito's great and all,
It is him.
but Hades is like the standout.
Yeah.
He's not just like.
He's one of
I'm
my
trying to think of the word for
favorite
it.
Disney villains.
He's not just playful, but he's also more. He puts his own thing on.
he puts a little stank on it.
A little stank on that
A
ball.
little stank on there. Do the stank on there. Do the stank.
I don't know
do
how.
It. Come on.
I'm not doing the stanky way.
I just grabbed Trace's leg and started shaking.
It's a little sweaty back there.
I know it. My hand now is terrible.
It's wet.
I can't.
I just checked my legs. Oof.
Right behind the knee specifically. It's not
I don't
hot
have
in
that
there.
Right in my leg elbow.
It's not.
What
it's not,
knee conditions do you have?
Well, it's like I'm not sweating. It's
I
just
sweat
like
for no reason.
It's just a little. It's
it's-
like what
I
John
think-
Mulaney said. It's just a little damp, a lot, all the time.
pretty much. Yeah,
Is that accurate?
that's me. basically.
I mean, yeah.
Do you like John Mulaney?
I love John Mulaney.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't like him at first, but I watched.
John Mulaney is a stand-up comedian. For those of you who don't know, he's a very
don't know.
ironic.
I don't watch a lot of stand-up.
If you don't know who John Mulaney
He's
is,
a very-
just go fucking die. Okay,
he's
just,
Okay,
just
I
quit
guess
it.
I'll die then.
He's
Do you seriously not know?
I don't.
He doesn't
I don't
watch a lot
stand-up
of
comedy.
He doesn't watch a lot of stand-up.
Why? What do you don't watch?
I
stand-up
just don't
comedy?
like it that much.
Why?
John Mulaney, for those of you who don't know,
He's a stand-up comic.
He's got a very dark, ironic, kind of self-deprecating sense of humor.
Yes.
Which is in right now.
It's very much. I'll tell you this. It's directed at college students.
Yeah, I think that's why I
Very,
like
very
it
much so. Because it's young people who have Netflix, who find him entertaining, who want to have remnants of the past with his voice and how he is, and like that old kind of shit.
I just think
but it's also these new jokes that have good timing. I mean, I'm not saying.
I genuinely think you would like it.
I probably would, and I do enjoy stand-up comedy.
Here's the
when I
deal:
watch
is
it.
that John Mulaney, I think, has done something in the comedy world pretty major that I can notice around people. And it's not just because I'm around theater people. It's around people in general that I'll notice certain ways that they talk and do things.
Except for me,
Obviously
of
not
course.
like the old
Except for you.
school, like, nah, you see? Not that dumb shit. But I mean,
you know how people did that like 8 years ago?
Yeah, I know. I was
it was
walking
such
around.
a fad, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, I was walking around
I'd
saying,
be like, hey, Susie, you gonna eat the fucking
When I was-
Pop-Tart? And she was like, nah, you see?
when I was 10 years old, I was walking around, yeah, you see?
I had a cigar.
Oh my god.
How do you pictures of Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Your worst viewing experience at a movie theater.
Sorry. It's
That was
not,
basically
your
it.
arm isn't wet, but it's like it's
Damp.
damp. It's not even damp. It's just
clammy.
It's like cold. It's
a little
not. It's
clammy.
not cold because I know you gotta be. Just,
It's clammy.
You're so warm. You're just.
Stop touching me. That's basically it. It was mostly the surround sound
I'm sorry.
just sucking that
Like
made
you
it
said.
so bad.
Were the
They
kids?
were-
Were the kids still stupid the entire time?
No, not
Did
really.
they-
Not
did they
at the private.
cry?
There were a lot of
I
people.
feel like it could have been a lot.
So I went with my cousin and his girlfriend, and before Mufasa even died, before he was even in the gorge, she was crying.
Wait, who?
My cousin's girlfriend. Okay. I thought you were gonna say. Okay.
I thought you were gonna comment.
Yeah.
Is your cousin a guy or a girl?
First of all, what does it matter? Second of all, he's a
Doesn't
guy.
matter. Okay.
Good man. I'm just curious.
So your cousin went with who?
It was me, my cousin,
Okay.
and
Wait.
his
Who?
girlfriend. It was me, Trace.
Oh, okay.
It was me, Trace.
Okay.
With my cousin,
Wait, whose cousin?
my cousin, Trace's cousin, not Cameron.
Well, if he-
Cameron's cousin?
No,
If he had a girlfriend, then who were you there with?
I was the awkward third wheel.
Oh, I
Oh.
thought his girlfriend would be the third wheel.
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, don't you date your cousin?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Kentucky.
don't we all?
No.
Anyway, she had started crying before Mufasa even showed up.
Okay. That's fine.
I will say I've seen that movie a bunch, and I've never once cried watching that.
neither.
No. Well, okay. I mean,
That part where he sings "I just can't wait to be king" got to me.
Just
Man.
weep.
when that fucking
wept.
board.
That would.
Can we talk about how in Iron Man 2 when he says when he demands,
Hold up!
Mickey fucking Rourke demands that he wants
slapping on
he
my
wants his
table.
fucking board, and
want
if
my
he does not
blood.
get his fucking board, he will not try to kill Iron Man.
Can
we talk about how that is
I
the
kind of
best thing in the
blocked
world?
that movie out of my subconscious.
Why? It's so great.
It's not.
I know that, but it's really great.
I haven't seen it in
Look,
whenever it came
I
out.
watched it
love
once and
Mickey
haven't
Rourke.
seen it.
I love Mickey Rourke, but they misused not only the character, but the entire. I mean, they misused it the entire time. And then the third one kind of sucked too.
Isn't that like? Well, I was about to say, isn't that the one that everyone hates? But
No, that's the
That's the
third
third
one.
one.
Well, I was talking about of any MCU movie. Really
Dude,
good.
can I be honest with you guys about something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had so much of Avengers Endgame spoiled for me.
Oh, no.
Endgame.
Endgame. Like,
I know I spoiled
literally.
it.
You.
Did you do that?
He did! Him and someone else. I got so fucking mad.
You spoiled that for him.
He really
like-
did.
I
He
will-
really did.
I'll
I
tell
had
you-
been
I'll
so
tell you-
good.
I'll
Sam,
tell-
you
Let
don't
me-
understand. I stayed off the internet so much to keep the fuck off that
What did
shit.
he say?
Wait. Let me
defend myself.
Let me defend myself. You want to know when I did it?
You don't get to defend yourself.
Probably 5 weeks after the movie
It doesn't
premiered.
make any sense if I've told you that I don't know anything and I don't want you to tell me anything and you're the only source.
What did he say?
And you call yourself a fucking friend.
I said that Spider-Man.
And you.
Oh, that's sad.
It was sad.
And then Brayden said Doctor Strange.
Did it ruin the movie though?
A little bit, because there's no. I mean,
Here's the thing.
I've actually watched movies with its.
I mean, not really.
Like
Going
watching
in-
the Sixth
going in
Sense,
with its
watching the
spoilers.
Sixth Sense,
Yeah.
and seeing that movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually very interesting to, which it's a different kind of spoiler because it doesn't have any payoff throughout the movie because he just beefs it.
Yeah.
He just ends up dying, and it's like, oh no!
But with Endgame, am I allowed to say everything about Endgame on here?
Yeah, that movie's not even.
This is
technically-
Endgame spoilers, just in
Yeah,
case.
if you haven't,
Spoilers.
just spoilers.
Iron Man dies.
That's what got spoiled to me. One of my friends. I'm dead serious.
I would
I'm
honestly,
dead serious.
Honestly, I would have never spoiled Endgame for you because. And here's the thing. Before
Infinity War.
before Infinity War came out, the fourth Avengers was already confirmed and to be released like a year later. So before I saw it, I figured I basically knew what was going to happen. Thanos was going to win, and then part 4
Would be them getting everybody back.
Would be getting everyone back,
Yeah.
and then beating Thanos,
Which everybody kind of knew.
yeah.
Generally.
I can see that exactly.
So I did,
I
and
don't,
you're wrong.
I don't follow.
It was
a lot
like
of
the
things.
setup, but
It was a setup. It was the setup and the payoff.
Yeah.
But Endgame, because Infinity War, there was no repercussions.
No.
Everyone came back. Literally
you
everyone.
knew. You know.
Gamora even came back, and she was supposed
Which
to
I
be.
thought was fucking
she was supposed to be
ridiculous.
perma-dead, but they got around it. And I think they did it.
Well, she
Decent.
came from her timeline.
Yeah, but still,
Which makes
she
sense.
came back.
Yeah,
So-
but she didn't come back to life. That's just a different.
The only one that doesn't. The only.
It's literally a different girl.
She's,
No,
she's
I'm not saying
dead.
that she came back to life.
She's
I'm
still
saying
but dead. So
There's
I'm
still a
saying-
dead woman on whatever planet
she's
that
like,
was.
Gamora's like, ah.
this is what I'm saying is
She's
the
dead.
character is back.
Yes.
The only one that I can think of that didn't come back is Vision, and that's because
He's
he got
bitch.
his soul ripped out of him.
Okay, can I just say real quick? They misused Division so fucking hard when he could be so much more powerful than what he is.
He was supposed to be like the most powerful being.
and they made him weak chicken. They made him chicken shit. He was
To be fair, he did get stabbed at the very beginning of the movie and was stabbed until the end.
okay.
And then
You've seen the
has
things
an-
that have happened to Captain America.
Okay. Let me just give you some comparison. Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
yeah,
Power Stone,
Yeah.
can literally wipe out a planet. Like
yeah,
that's the kind of power that we're talking about with the Infinity Stone.
yeah. And
I
Thanos-
know his is not.
That's
that.
the power of Pine Sol
But,
Baby.
and, and here's the
Hey,
thing.
baby.
And here's the thing. Thanos had 5. You know how you're saying that one Infinity Stone was so powerful. Thanos had 5 of them.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like, look, I'm
But
saying.
Vision with
here's
his
what I wanna
one
talk
could have
about.
totally wiped.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
I'm not even saying
Vision-
that. I'm just saying in general, against any of his fights and any of the things he was in. Like, what was the most shit you saw him
Vision
do
got
with that?
he got nerfed pretty hard.
Yeah.
After Age of Ultron.
No, during. What the
He
fuck did he do?
he
during?
shot a laser.
No.
He showed up at the end and like completely
Oh my
wiped
God.
everything out.
Oh my God, you're right. You're so right. With the
he's-
one fucking broke down, can't do nothing, stank leg, limp
mean, to be
leg,
fair, that movie
half
was
a
pretty
face
bad.
robot.
I will say that
And
movie
he just went.
had
he
a
went,
lot of
He went.
that one movie. No, Vision.
I put my headache into you now.
Vision is. He wasn't created till the very end, and once Sokovia was lifted out of the ground, he
Yeah.
did a
Can we
lot.
talk about how cartoonish that is?
Oh, what?
That is very cartoon. I'm gonna drop
What
a
is
city.
It's like a Saturday morning.
Oh yeah,
cartoon
it really
plot.
was. Yeah.
It was like
I did not like
Hanna-Barbera.
that. I was very disappointed.
I used to
the
not
best-
like Age of Ultron.
I still don't.
Really?
It's the weakest Avengers film.
We've established. I used to argue the fact that I thought Civil War was definitely.
Civil War is wonderful.
No. I used to argue the fact that Civil War was an Avengers movie, which
Oh,
which
yeah.
I still feel like it is.
It
But
is.
people,
It is.
well, people, I mean, look at you and they go, "Now it's the Captain America movie," and I'm just like,
It literally
"Fuck off."
opens up with Iron Man.
I know. And they claim they're like, "Oh, it's definitely." I mean, it says Captain America Civil War, and I'm
I
like,
mean,
"Please shut the fuck up."
I get that angle. It's like it does focus on him and Bucky a lot.
Yeah, because even earlier when you said the Avengers movies, you said the fourth one was confirmed, not five, not the fifth.
Yeah, it was
Technically.
technically it's a Captain America.
Yeah.
But
Avengers: Age of Ultron had in my opinion, one of the best scenes, and that is the one where Vision confronts the last Ultron bot.
I liked it.
It's a very good scene because it shows two contrasting views on humanity from
Get
an
your
AI.
philosophy.
It's so
from an
philosophy
philosophy in
it's-
here.
No, but listen. He
I
goes,
want to see Iron Man blow stuff up.
no, listen. He says
He
they,
had methyl.
they talk about
They talk about the nature of man and
they
stuff.
talk about the
yes.
nature of man, and he says they're doomed. And Vision, without a beat, says, "I know."
Yeah.
Yeah, that is such a great scene.
I like that they both see the same things because they both went to the power banks and this and the other, seeing all of life and all the shit that they can view at, and they've seen all the same stuff, but yet they still have different perspectives.
Isn't there another movie where like an AI like learns everything, and then it's just like we gotta wipe out humanity?
Fifth Element? Sixth Sense?
Yeah,
I think it's either of those.
Sixth Sense.
The Mongolians, man, I'm saying.
What?
Hey, no.
I don't
No
know.
idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Okay,
Mishikaka.
so
Mishikaka, do you know what that's from?
No.
I'll get 10 points to Gryffindor if you know what Mishikaka's from.
We both literally just had.
I'm not in
I
Gryffindor.
know, but no, think.
I am a Gryffindor.
He didn't think.
Did you ever take the Potter one?
I have been told multiple times that I am a Gryffindor, but also at the same time, when I took the test, I think you saw it that I was a Honey Badger one. Hufflepuff.
There's no way he's a Hufflepuff. There is no way you're a
Hufflepuff.
See, I'm
Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw.
That
Are you
makes
for real?
sense.
See,
That makes sense.
I've heard Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
I think you're a Gryffindor.
I've heard Gryffindor. But Hufflepuff also
Here's the
makes sense
thing.
to me.
Here's the thing. I've never read or seen a Harry Potter movie, but I'm just sitting.
You've never seen a Harry Potter movie?
No, I'm just sitting here like you're totally a Gryffindor. You know what? You know what? That makes sense. You are definitely a Ravenclaw. I mean, I know.
That's such an Aries thing to say.
I know.
Oh my god.
Do you buy into horoscopes?
No,
Do you know-
it's
do you
so-
know yours?
Okay,
What's
okay,
yours?
Okay.
Yeah. What are you?
I'm a Pisces, I'm a Gemini rising, and I'm a Taurus moon.
See, I'm.
Which
what am I?
whenever I tell people who know
What
about
is-
those
what am
things,
I? I'm
they
a-
go, that's an odd one, and I would go, thank you.
I'm a Virgo, and that's all I know.
See, I'm a
No,
Libra.
it's pronounced Virgin.
I'm a Virgin. That's also true.
Also, I'm a Libra.
We'll change
and what's more boring than just like a scale? What are you doing?
I'm saying I'm going to have.
Do you want to share with the class?
Do you want to share? With
I'm
class?
going to take choices.
He's gonna take me out on a date. And then pick me up.
Cop a feel.
Freaking nice.
I'm sorry.
Never like chocolate.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Sorry, Mom.
It's Mom. She listens.
Are you serious?
Every
Yeah.
episode. She's
Give
great.
Mom
her a
listens.
shout out because she told me last time I
She
went
loves
over.
it.
She loves getting shout outs. Lisa, this
Lisa,
one's,
this one
this
goes
is
out
for
to
you.
you.
This is for you, Lisa.
Lisa.
Love you, Mom.
Devoted listener.
Devoted
Biggest
listener.
fan.
Biggest
Amazing.
fan.
Look at my dad listen to you. He wouldn't listen to you.
He wouldn't. He would listen to the
He would,
first.
he would tell you to your face. You go, no.
Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I don't blame him.
I don't either. I don't blame anybody
And
either.
then I
past-
look at him and I go, Dad. And he go, why?
Based on the past 50
Why?
minutes of conversation, I would not blame him.
This is great. What are you talking about?
What were we talking about? How did we get to horoscopes?
It's a long, winding path.
Long path.
Oh, I explained how I was gonna make. I think I did this twice. How Wookiees and Russians are gonna. Go
Okay,
together.
no. We're not recapping the entire episode.
I also
refuse.
I said something. With
Also,
him later.
I went to the Lion King.
No.
Look, the Pisces thing. Okay,
Yes.
me and my dad looked it up, and we looked all that stuff up. And it is.
It's just stuff. Thanks for bleeping yourself.
Thank you for censoring yourself after using the F word multiple
Sorry.
times.
So okay,
Keep going.
look,
Keep going.
we looked it up, and it's very, very.
Sorry to all the headphone users.
Very fucking strange how accurate this stuff is.
No, it's
Because
not.
it's nice and vague.
It's generalized.
I know it is, and that's what I love about it. That's
That's
my
what I
biggest-
love about it. It's,
I love that it
why-
can. I love that it
You know,
can fit
that's-
anybody.
that's
oh
such
my
a
God,
Pisces
oh my
thing
God.
to say.
But literally, that's like my biggest argument to people is they'll go, "Oh my God, I feel well." they can say, "Well, I'm a Gemini," but well, actually, I'm a. Oh my God, I'm such a this type of Gemini.
See, I don't think it's a
or they're
terrible
just
thing.
identifying themselves as, well, I'm Gemini, but I mean, I'm more like a
Leo.
Leo.
I self-identify as a Taurus.
Here's how it can be useful for self-improvement.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it as a useful tool. If you can then,
you'll always have something.
if you kind of think of it as more abstract, and you can go, okay, these are, I identify with these weaknesses and these strengths, and you can know that. But judging other people based on
their
randomly.
What are you doing?
I just want to touch.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. Is when when people say like a big thing on like in dating. I guess this is a generalization. Is that people get too into horoscopes and they're like, oh, you're a for example, you're a Virgo. We wouldn't work.
Yeah,
and that just doesn't make sense because. I mean, the stars don't define my personality.
No.
And if they do, I'm going to kill all the stars.
It's kind of, I mean, it's literally so ridiculous of thinking that because...
By the way, that's such a Taurus thing, or Virgo thing to say.
I self-identify as a Taurus. So
you do?
Yeah.
You know what? Taurus would be good for you. My dad is a Taurus.
I don't know
I think my
what
dad's
any
a
of them
Taurus
mean.
You're just decrepit. I don't know what you're...
What,
or saying, you know, I don't like you because you're...
I'm not going to explain that one.
Okay, moving on.
What?
Nothing.
I said because, look, I'm a fish.
No.
Because I'm a Pisces, etc., etc.
Yeah, fish.
Because you're a fish.
Virgo's a something.
It's a lady.
Libras, scams.
Do they leap? I don't fucking know. Are they a frog? Are they a jaguar? Are they a cheetah?
Bruh.
Bruh. What? Horoscope. I'm so sorry.
It's so hot in here too.
This is an audio. This is an audio format, and the only aspect of any of this is the audio aspect, and you all are destroying the audio quality right now. I'm gonna listen back to this, and I'm gonna cringe.
Oh, stop.
What horoscope are we in right now? Like, what's the one?
I don't know, man.
I believe it's Taurus.
I don't fucking
Taurus?
know.
My dad is a Taurus.
Is it Taurus?
My dad's probably a Taurus.
No,
I
I
could
can't
be
be
wrong.
Taurus because my dad's birthday is in May.
I'm gonna look it up. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So, Sam.
Okay.
Okay, I want to have just a conversation with you.
Do you want me to leave?
Now, I want to have just conversation with
Okay.
you. I don't have anything to talk with you about. But
Okay.
I mean, I just want something there.
Beautiful.
Does that make sense?
Beautiful. Excellent.
Beautiful. Good
Okay.
job.
When you read Macbeth for the first time,
That's one of my favorite.
The
Shakespeare
Scottish
plays.
play?
yeah,
Yeah, don't say it.
Macbeth.
Is that how you get around it?
That's how I get around it.
Okay, my
And-
dad's a Leo.
Oh, okay.
We're in the Cancer. We're in Cancer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
I just wanted to give myself some closure, dickhead.
I'm trying to think about what I was gonna say.
It's something about the
Macbeth.
Scottish play.
Oh no. Anyways, we're getting a dog. Me and my roommate next semester.
You're gonna name it that?
No.
name a dog?
Why
That'd be
the
a cool
fuck would I
name.
name him that?
That'd be a cool name.
That would actually be
Name him
really
Duncan.
badass.
McDuff.
That's my roommate's last name.
McDuff.
His name is shout out to my best friend who's definitely not Trace, and his name is Dakota Duncan.
What's up, Dakota? I've met Dakota.
He's never.
I went.
Honestly, look, he'll never listen to it. It's okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
First time I met his roommate was at a choir concert, and we all went to Dairy Queen after. And
Yeah.
mind you, this was the first time I met him, and as a joke, I sexually squirted ketchup and mustard into his mouth at the exact same time, and it was a lot, and he ate it all. And since
I just want to say
since that moment, I've loved him.
that's the sole reason I love him.
Just tell him to skip to the 52-minute mark.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.
Just
Anyways,
say skip to 52 minutes, and then you can stop listening after we stop talking about you.
He has such a big schlong that I cannot. Sorry, Lisa.
Macbeth.
Look, we're gonna name our dog Beatrice, which is the name of something else that I cannot say at the moment. But I have decided that I'm going to. I'll explain.
Beatrice.
I'll explain later.
Isn't that
How many times have you
isn't
said
that,
I'll explain later on this
isn't
podcast?
that the name of a character in Taming of the Shrew? Beatrice? That's another Shakespeare.
No, that's Much Ado About Nothing.
Believe your belief.
That's what it is.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Much Ado About Nothing.
And I told him that, remember, because I said beet rice.
Beat right, yeah.
Yeah. I told him that I'm going to call it beet rice, and he
Hated it. Probably.
really didn't say much.
Oh.
But when we went to the choir thing, when we went to the choir thing, it was so great because I felt so terrible that one, he drove me all that way just so I can see you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Which he was amazing for. And he was so great.
Cameron can't drive.
Why haven't? Okay, I want to get into that.
I can't
Why
drive.
haven't you?
My father nor anybody.
My father.
Everybody promises me. Literally everybody promises me and goes, "Oh, I'll give you a ride on Thursday. Oh, Thursday morning, I'll give you a ride." They've never given me a ride, and I try to follow up with people on it, and they never will. I have no idea why, but that's just the way that the cookie crumbles.
I'll give you a ride.
I like
You've
the
literally
audio
said this before.
where there's like a nice rhythmic thump of his hand.
Because he keeps tapping.
And I'll say this:
Also, those hands a lot. Can't blame the guy.
I've been so good this episode.
He's been doing very good.
He has been.
Thank
Except for the part where you chew and shake your cup and
That wasn't much.
One too many.
It's look.
Anyway.
Look. Focus.
He did so great. Coming to it and stuff, and the entire time he was more silent than he usually is. But I know how he is around people. But once you get to know the guy, you can squirt stuff into his mouth, and he's cool with it, and he'll even eat it too. I've been roommates. Trust me, I know.
I want to talk about.
Look.
Can you say that sound clip?
I'll save that sound clip.
Anyways, I'm almost done to it. I leaned over to him. I think it was after men's ensemble or something. And I leaned over and I said, "It's okay. We're bad. You can say it." And he went, "Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Okay, I thought I was going to have to pretend this entire time." He was like, "Dude, I thought I was going to just sit here through all this shit and say it was great and freaking lie and all this." And I was like, "Nah, dude, it's cool. You can say that we're terrible. I mean, don't tell them that. But I mean, And he was like, "What?" And I was like, but obviously he was kidding. And yeah, so that was
I don't know. Was he?
Was he kidding?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, you mean about them being bad?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
No. So yeah. Great
What
guy.
was I gonna say?
Great dude.
Shit.
We're
Now you're hitting the table.
We're getting like a beagle mix of something, but it's the first beagle I've ever heard of in my life that doesn't bark. Like my roommate told me, he works at a pound and stuff, and he said it's the first dog he's ever seen that doesn't bark.
My dog doesn't bark.
Well, it doesn't have it has its vocal cords and all that stuff.
I thought you were about to say it literally can't bark.
It has its vocal cords and all that stuff, but it just can't do it.
I hate you so
And
much.
it just won't bark for some reason. Don't know why.
Yeah, mine doesn't either. We've actually trained it to bark.
Obviously not well.
When we hold up the toy, it'll bark. And that's how it sounds.
Macbeth.
Yes.
Do y'all have the superstition about in a theater you
Yes.
can't say?
Yes.
That's why I just always refer to the Scottish play.
Yeah, I call it Mac beef, but that's just how I get around it.
Just because it's fun.
Yeah. I mean,
Traditions
they've
and
had
whatnot.
some strange shit. I mean, is it real? No. Oh, can I say something strange that happened just not too long ago that I found very strange?
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, you can, of
Go ahead.
course.
I don't believe in ghosts. I have very much evidence and reason to believe in ghosts and things.
Very much evidence.
I have mucho evidence.
I have the Green Owl dude from Trivago who says that I should. No, what's this? What's it from?
Duolingo?
Are you in good Trivago? And
Are you in good Trivago?
yeah.
Yep.
You're making no sense right
Keep
now.
going.
Anyways, he's lucky.
This makes for good podcast.
Just complimented you.
This is good radio.
Smacking the booty.
Will you tell us about? Will you tell us about?
Oh, yeah.
Ignore the dog. Tell us about the ghost.
Typical man.
Please.
Anyways, we have two different wooden rocking chairs, right? Inside my house.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows that. Don't be a creep. Look. writing love letters and shit to my fucking rocking chairs. But there's 2 wooden ones in there, and my dad usually sits in one, and then the other one he doesn't sit in. We just kind of have it. He used to sit in it, but now it's kind of weird with his back, and he doesn't. So anyways, we're sitting there, and he's standing up, and he says something of modern importance that I cannot remember what he said, but it was something.
Just something.
And,
some gibberish.
And I was...
Bam!
Look.
Pork and beans!
I was listening. No, I was. And I was listening to what he said, and it was something important, and this, that, and the other. And, like, on cue, when he said it, this rocking chair just went like this. I'll say this, and then I'll explain what happens to the viewers. Just went like this. Just went
viewers.
It just went forward, like as far as the rocking chair could come, and then backwards, like if somebody was putting their hands on it, and then sitting down, and then getting to a stop. And it did it once. It just went thump, thump, and then stopped. So even if a rocking chair did like have something to cause it to do that, it would keep going. But this just went thump, thump, and stopped, like where it was. And I had a pair of my wine Converse underneath it. So I looked at my dad and I said, you know, and he looked at me and he said, "There's another one," meaning
there's another ghost.
Another ghost.
No, there's just another reason for something of ghosts that I've experienced in my life, because he tells me different stories and this, that, and the other that sound ridiculous.
Okay.
But I believe him, even though I don't believe in ghosts. And
yeah, I believe in the ghost stories. I just don't believe in ghosts.
Also, I don't know if this is picking up. There's a dog drinking water very loudly in the same room as us.
Let's just wait. Let's be quiet just for a second.
No,
oh my God!
Stop, Andy, stop.
Anyways,
so do you believe in ghosts now?
I'm thinking about it, and it's difficult because I've always chosen not to, but just because of simple reasons, I just choose not to, even though I know.
See, I'm.
Anyways, the wine Converse were underneath this thing, and I went over there.
What is wine Converse?
They're just Converse, but wine color, just red Converse, but with the wine color.
I thought you just mispronounced white the first time. And then you said it again, and I was like, okay, that's not.
I'm calling you this time.
Bitch boy, I need water.
You were making no sense.
Daddy's thirsty.
Daddy needs his juice. Keep going.
Daddy needs the juice. OJ Simpson, get in my house.
Let's talk about OJ.
Anyways.
Keep going.
So I looked at my dad and I was like, look, I'm blaming that on the Converse just because I have to for my own psychosis. And he was like, you know.
Literally go crazy if I think ghosts are real.
And he was like, cool with it. And I went underneath there and I looked at my Converse and I just looking at them, they were underneath the thing.
They were ghosts.
They were ghost shoes.
Casper was like,
Start dancing like the Six Flags man.
Casper on the tap. Anyways, and I looked at it and they were like in the middle, like they couldn't have been underneath either one of the tread things that they go and rock on. Mm-hmm. They were just completely underneath it in the middle, which means there's no, like the laces, nothing. There was no reason for it to do that, but it did it, and it moved so much. It's not like the wind, because...
You know the wind!
You know the wind that's in my house?
No, it's not that. Like, it was so...
Are you going crazy on our podcast right now?
I'm pretty sure. Like,
think so.
People ask me about my sanity on a constant basis, and I do not have an answer for them. I never have. I never will.
I want to go ahead and jump in real quick. Okay. This is going to be a longer one. I forgot to mention that at the top, but I've just realized.
Now that we're at the 1 hour mark.
Actually, you know, I think this is good, and we should end it here.
I want to talk about ghosts a little bit more.
Okay.
So you
got something on your face.
You're a little.
Look that way.
You're a little.
Lick your thumb.
You're a little. Don't you dare lick your thumb and touch my face.
I'm not going to. It's a green glitter. It's a green glitter.
You also have one. Did we kiss? And I didn't know it. So you kind of believe in ghosts.
Well, growing up as a kid, I had all kinds of different experiences and things happen. We had a 2-story house, and as soon as you walked in through the doors, on your right was a staircase leading up.
And on your left was a ghost.
He said, "Can I take your hat?"
And he's just there in the fisherman outfit. He's just like, anyways.
Yes, staircase.
And it was a thing, and it led up to like a little mini banister. It wasn't like a real, it was a okay house, a nice house or anything. And it was like a little banister.
Everyone knows that ghosts can't live in nice houses.
No. Anyways,
keep going. Sorry.
we had a thing once where me and my mom were sitting, because on the right, like I said, staircase right up there. In the middle is the hallway straight to the kitchen, and then take a right in my room and sitting here. And on the left is the living room. You have 2 chairs.
You can find the
on your
blueprints
left.
online.
You can find the blueprints
Yeah.
online.
We're going to post a
Couch,
link.
you
We'll
can
have it
scroll. I'm
posted.
trying to give them a visual.
He's painting a picture.
I'm giving Lisa a visual. Anyways.
You're welcome, Lisa.
You're welcome, Lisa. Anyways, and Lisa, we love you. And non-number
Keep
is
going.
502.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Anyways, and there's the TV and further on the left against the wall, but the chairs and shit are facing the TV, fucking obviously. Otherwise, you're just looking at a staircase going, wow. And we were watching.
I just got a very, very solid mental image of a person standing in front of the staircase going, wow.
Oh, wow. That's
See,
interesting.
look what I'm doing with this podcast.
Interesting.
Look. Anyways, and one day we were sitting down, true 110% story, absolutely true, but I still do not believe in ghosts. We heard each and every individual fucking staircase. We heard something, it sounded like somebody was just doing that, just going, God.
I'd like to point out that he did his first step the same time a dog moved, and I almost shit myself.
I know, I felt like him go, bonk, and I was like, fuck. Oh, right, okay. Anyways, and we heard it, and then it got to the bottom of the staircase. Now, the bottom of the staircase was like a last step, kind of like a base. I mean, not like, I love that base. But kind of like a base level thing.
You should not have given him caffeine.
For you to look over on the right, and then, step down on the main area, obviously. Fucking, so you get down.
You know how stairs work.
Like a last step,
there's
like
a last
base
step,
area.
and then there's
the
ground.
Anyways, and it stopped. It went boom, 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 like that, and then stopped at the bottom of where the thing was, and then it was just boom, like that on the main area, which is like fucking 2 to 3 feet behind us, and we feel and hear this behind us.
Still doesn't believe in ghosts.
Still
Don't believe in ghosts. If I heard that.
Literally, and my mom looked at me and went, "Old house." And I was like,
It's just settling.
I was like, are you fucking serious?
It's just settling.
We had
Just
our
settling,
house
sweetheart.
exercised twice.
It's just the foundation.
I'm
you
dead
really?
serious. I'm dead serious. We actually had our
guys
house
tell me come up
exercised
with the
twice.
sage?
Yeah, sage, shit on the walls, and then they would have this like, go to the, wait, here we go. Can
you stop?
It's like he's literally being possessed by Robin Williams right now.
Anyways,
That's not appropriate.
wow, he's fucking dead.
Exactly.
I know. People sometimes make fun of it. And they're like, "Oh, I'm Robin. I'm sad," and I'm just like,
I'm not
dude.
saying that. I'm just saying that you have that very like hyperactive where
energy.
you'll get distracted by something like
My dad recently was like, "We should test you for ADHD," and I was like,
Who needs a test?
I already know.
I was like, "Bitch, I show up." Anyways,
So that's your ghost experience. Does Trace have any?
no. I have way more.
18 of
We're
them.
not gonna keep.
I'm not gonna keep going into it, but there was one more incident. Okay, can I say the worst and weirdest dream I've ever had?
If it's short.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Did you just say the worst and weirdest dream?
Mm-hmm. It was
Okay.
really strange. I was a kid, and this was at the beginning, right before all that
Keep it
like
short.
all that demonistic shit started happening inside my household. Like I would, see the one girl with the upside down crab leg bullshit while I was getting some milk one night.
And you
I
still
I saw this. I'm not fucking with you. I saw black fingers over the banister. By the way, fingers like this long, like a good 8 inches long, with just go to a point. They didn't have a nail. They just went like this. Just went.
And grasped around the banister.
Yeah, each time. And I instantly walked outside because I was standing at the door. And I heard something along up there, like something, and it was like like that. And then I was like,
There is no Cameron, only Zool. That sounds like shit out of Ghostbusters.
it literally. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but literally.
Ghostbusters 2.
Oh man, I'm having a memory of it right now. It's really scary and
if
tripping
I
me
would've
out.
seen
That
It
does
was.
sound scary.
It wasn't that, but it was literally just like.
I remember a nightmare I had when I was a kid.
So wait, that was a nightmare or a real
No, this was real. And I was standing at my front door.
Whoa! You said that's a dream!
Crab-leg girl wasn't. She was a dream. Anyways.
Hold on, no.
But demonic fingers.
This was real.
The demonic fingers up in the basement. actually happened.
Yes.
And you don't believe in ghosts.
No, I just choose not to.
I don't believe it.
It's repression. It's what we call repression.
Because he would literally go insane.
I was literally going insane thinking about it. Anyways, and I was standing at my door because that's how you have to be to see the banister. Because I heard that thing, and it wasn't like that. That's like something else. But I mean, it was
like a deep breathing.
Yeah, and let me tell you, when you're that, and you're like 10 years old, 12 years old, inside your house alone, nobody there, and you hear that, and you look up there to an empty banister, and then see that fucking shit. I was standing at my door, and I unlocked it beforehand, because I'm smart. I'm not like those other stupid ass fucking white people. I unlocked it beforehand. in horror movies. Anyways, I unlocked it beforehand. I unlocked it beforehand because I knew that this shit was going to be, stay locked. Haha, that's how it is. And then he's going to come around the corner, that shit. And then, scram! Like that. Anyways, so I unlocked it and I looked up there and I saw that shit and I went, no! And then just like yeeted the door open.
I ran
outside to the front yard and I waited for my mom, not even on my property, standing off my property like this. And I told her about what happened.
Like a disappointed parent.
See, I was going to tell you about...
And I told her about what happened. And she went, okay, we're calling Bev. And some other people came over and this, that, and the other.
Okay,
you said...
I was going to tell you about the nightmare I had.
Well, you said there were demonic fingers over the banister.
Can I tell you the nightmare?
She immediately
No,
said,
you can't. But she wrote it an hour and 10 minutes.
The nightmare is very quick. The nightmare is very quick.
It better be quick.
It's very quick. Sorry.
All right,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get on to everything else. Anyways, Nightmare, it all started when I was 9 and 6. No, I'm just kidding. It started when I was a kid, though, and it was right before all the demonic shit fucking happened. And it was a dream where I walked into a bathroom. It was like a gray bathroom. Not like gray, but had like some dim lights above, but you didn't really know where. It was very strange. There's mirrors on my right and stalls on my left. And I was standing in the middle. I was standing in the middle, and then demons and random monstrous shit, like realistic looking, and I'm a kid, so I don't know how I know these things, start coming out of the mirrors and the stalls, and next thing I know, I'm completely surrounded in the middle of here, and there's just one main one standing in front of me. And it looks like a person, but it's not. It's just like, I know it's a demonic man with different carvings into his skin and this, that, and the other. And he had one main one, like right in the middle of his chest. And I told my mom, I told my mom about this, and she got really scared for me. And we went to a church, and I was like a kid at the time.
And he was exercised.
And I was exercised. No, I'm just kidding. And I was like, no, I'm just kidding. And they were like, can you write down some of these symbols and stuff? And I wrote down and they were like, oh, that's this
like
demon.
Stranger Things.
They were like, that's this demon, and that means this, and that's terrible.
It's like Will Byers season 2 where they just give him paper and he starts scribbling.
Let me hit you with the bad dream that I had.
Okay. Does it trump mine? Because mine was
it's literally like it shows how horrible your dreams are. Okay. Mine was. Do you remember VeggieTales? I wasn't like to be fair. But do you remember do you remember the tomato?
Yeah. Bob.
It was big and it had teeth, like big sharp teeth.
That's what he is.
Yeah, but it's really big and he's scary looking.
Big sharp teeth that he has in that kid's shit.
What'd he do? Nibble you?
What are you gonna get me?
Yeah.
So that's my bad dreams when I was like.
Wow.
Don't continue to elaborate.
I'm not. I'm just in awe of his.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Okay. Sam, do you believe in ghosts?
Now, yes. Now I do.
That's just some crazy shit. Yeah. I will admit.
And it's all true. That's the scary and worst part about it.
I believe him is the thing.
It's not.
Here's the thing.
I'm a little frightened to go to my car after this.
The worst part about it is he's like, no, I don't believe in. That's stupid.
It's repression. It's what I've acquired.
He will go insane if he doesn't.
I do not believe in ghosts. I do not.
You don't.
I don't. Still, no.
After hearing
I
about
cannot
demon
believe
fingers?
No, I don't. I mean.
No, I'm just kidding.
That did get me.
See, I got it. He believes in ghosts. He believes in ghosts. Sam jumped way harder.
He did me.
Okay, now we can tell who does and doesn't believe in ghosts here. Sam obviously wasn't fucking lying. Trace is obviously not fucking lying. Me, I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I've actually never lied a day in my life.
I'm sorry to everybody listening because you just got jump scared.
Oh no, I didn't mean jump scare. Lisa, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean jump scare you. Anyways, sorry, continue.
I think this is the end.
I think.
Is this the end?
Yeah, we're gonna end it here.
Oh,
I mean, we'll end it. I don't
man.
believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. Cameron doesn't believe in ghosts.
I'm iffy on it now.
I feel like
Sam, the jury's out on Sam.
okay. Okay.
We'll see
Jury
tonight.
duty. Jury
Do you have
duty on
any
this
ghost
guy.
stories?
Yeah.
Like my family, maybe, but not me personally.
Okay.
Well, like get together.
Like my brother heard, he was at my grandfather's house, and he heard like gospel music in the basement when there weren't people there. So
That would be terrifying.
I have one more for you. My dad.
oh god,
I'm sorry. This is my dad.
Last one, and then we're right.
strap yourselves
My
in.
dad, literally, this is how stubborn and hard-headed my dad is. He used to own like a really nice house because of money, and
You know.
you know. And anyways, he said that there was a ghost up in like the attic area, and it had not a wheelchair, but like a rocking chair, kind of like what we have,
Wheelchair.
like what we
It
have
was
up there.
FDR.
And he literally, he was like, for all the people. He was up there, and my dad just would tell people when they came over, they'd say, "Don't go up there." He'd say, "There's a ghost up there." I'd tell it to stay up there, and he said, once in a while it would come downstairs.
Stay up there.
the gumption.
He would.
The gumption.
He said,
you stay up there.
he gave it the
Your
upstairs,
room.
and then finally he gave it the entire fucking upstairs. He said, no,
No more.
that's your part.
That
That
sounds
is
like a
your
wonderful
part.
sitcom.
Yeah.
My Ghost and Me.
Oh my god.
My dad and my ghost.
My dad, my ghost.
Dad
And he
and
would
ghost.
tell it. And he said he'd come down once in a while and just to, touch him on, touch his arm, and he'd feel cold spots and shit would fly across, and he'd go, "Fuck, no. I'm
Stop.
serious. Don't do it.
Stop.
Stop
Go
it.
back upstairs.
Go upstairs. Go to your
upstairs.
room.
Go to your
upstairs."
room.
It was just
Kyle.
And he said when they moved,
Dad, my dad and Ghost Son.
and my dad said that when he moved, he felt it as soon as he got to his new place. He felt it in the truck with him, and he got out of the truck, closed the door, and he looked at my
Stay in that truck.
No, he said, "I'm gonna pack 6. I'll see you later, babe," and never came back.
And that's why my dad.
No.
That's why the ghost adopted me, and I now have a ghost dad.
Anyways, and he looked at my mom and he went, "Nope." She went, "What do you mean?" He said, "No, I'm not doing this." And she said, "Kent, what the fuck do you mean?" And he was like, "Came here, came with me. I feel it." She's like, "What the fuck do you mean, Kent?" And he was like, "The ghost. It's in the truck. I can feel it." And she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he went, "Nope." And he got back in the truck and drove all the way back, as he believed the ghost was with him, all the way back to his other place and went, "Get the fuck out.
Go to
I'm
your
serious.
room.
I'm serious.
Go to your room.
Get out. Don't come with me. You got the house. You got the house."
They stopped it again.
It's like that scene in like those animal movies. I hate you.
Get out of here, you
I don't love you.
you stupid animal.
You bastard. No, but
There was
yeah.
they stopped at the gas station. He felt the ghost with him, and he right then and there, with Cameron and his mom in the car, burned the truck. I'm sorry.
Now the
guys.
ghost has friends. He's like, "Jerry, you're welcome. Here
You're
you go.
welcome.
I didn't want him. You got him. You deal
got
with
him,
him.
buddy.
Yeah, you pay the
You're
child support, Jerry."
All right.
On that note,
On that note,
we're gonna end it here.
can I tell a joke before we leave? Just one joke.
Go for it.
when I say quick, it needs to be like set up punchline, like
Okay,
one of those
okay.
quick ones.
Go for it.
Why did Mozart kill all those chickens?
Don't
Don't you
Why?
spoil it. Don't you spoil it.
Why did Mozart? kill all
Why
those
did he do
chickens?
that?
Because when he asked the chickens who the best composer was, they all said, "Bok, bok, 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 bok."
And that's the show.
That's the show.
I wish you would.
This has been from our perspective.
I wish you would have not told us that joke already, because that would have made it a lot funnier for the end of the podcast.
What joke do you want?
None anymore. We're done.
All right, what's with
He does the outro.
I did the
Oh,
outro.
I didn't know that. My bad.
Okay, this has
and
been
then we stop talking.
this has been the 26th episode of From Our Perspective. Thank you all for listening. It has been a trip, to say the least. If you would like to listen to us, every Monday we post the podcast at From Our Perspective. Yes, Cameron.
I have one more thing to say. One, I'm really sorry for how I've done on your podcast.
You've done
and
beautiful.
also, I just really want to say,
Surprisingly well. Honestly, I
I
thought it was going to go a lot worse.
I honest to God want to say, I know I said it before, but I want to say it now. Thank you guys for having me on here. It was really fun and really nice, and I appreciate
It has been a lot of fun.
You know, I mean, getting
it's always having another person come on. It always makes the episode a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Like we had Grant on for like episode 10, and that episode was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
but getting this much publicity is really going to skyrocket me, and I just appreciate
it's going to kickstart your career.
I mean, the Academy can go fuck itself. I got this.
All I can say is, fuck you, nerds.
You're probably gonna lose popularity when it comes out that you're
Trace,
on there.
I can't lose much more popularity.
Anyway, this has been From Our Perspective. Thank you, Cameron, for joining us. It's been a blast. We post the podcast every Monday. You can find us on iTunes and Spotify and Podbean at From Our Perspective. You can also find us on YouTube at From Our Perspective. If you want to hear more from us, you can always find us on social media. Instagram and Twitter at FOP_pod. You can also find us on Facebook at Large Lads. Other than that, I think that's been the episode. Anytime you want to come back on, you're always welcome.
Just let us know.
Thank you, sir. This has been From Our Perspective. We will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
I've been Sam.
I've been Cameron.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Yoo-hoo.